harassment, and they put the taxpayers on the hook for paying if someone in Congress harassed someone else. I led that bill, and we completely overhauled the
I just want to follow up on due process, because it's an important part of this, and it's part of the conversation that has now become a more prominent part of this conversation. So when you say for Al Franken that there should have been more due process in his situation, you've also said that he deserves a third act in his career. So do you believe that in some aspects the Me Too movement has gone too far?
No, I think you look at things on a case-by-case basis. I don't think it's gone too far, because I think we still have harassment going on in the workplaces. All I'm saying is one case isn't exactly like another, and for anyone that is accused of harassment, now you can edge over into criminal acts, which is a way different situation, rape, things like that. But when that happens, you just have to have a process in your workplace. So you figure out, you get the facts. Managers do, people have a right to bring their cases forward, and then you make a decision on how they're handled. That's what I meant by that, and I think that should apply to Congress, and I think it should apply to every workplace in Wisconsin and across our country.
What about Brett Kavanaugh? Did he have due process when he was questioned by you in that committee? And did he have due process being innocent before proven guilty by Democrats in that process?
Okay, I'm only smiling because, he got a really good job out of the whole thing, okay? He is, on the Supreme Court of the United States. Yes, I think he did. We had a process, and that process was a hearing before the Senate. And that hearing went on, and then new evidence came out, and that was evidence from Dr. Blasey Ford, who even my colleagues on the other side of the aisle who supported Judge Kavanaugh and voted for him said that she was credible. So she came forward with her story. What bothered me was that after my colleagues said she was credible, then the next thing you hear is really this basic political, I think, response, with Judge Kavanaugh basically not just dissing her story, he has a right to put his story on, but basically politicizing the whole judiciary with how he acted. I disagreed with that, and I was very surprised when I was simply trying to mesh her story in the morning with his story. So I said, well, people can black out, and maybe you don't remember what happened. And instead of just answering that question, he went right at me and said, basically, have you blacked out? Do you drink beer and all these things? And I decided I could have gone down there with him. But I decided in my head, maybe triggered with my dad, I thought, okay, I'm taking the keys away from you. I am not going down here with you.
Yeah.
I'm
we
just
saw
going
that
to ask you to answer the question.
We saw that exchange. I was just kind of asking from the standpoint of, do you think there's a difference in how you looked at the Al Franken thing and how you looked at the Brett Kavanaugh thing?
No, I don't think so, because I said in each case there's due process.